Hello. Today I'll be talking about how, as a free-to-play player, you should be approaching the raid. As for what I'm personally doing, and for what I would suggest, is to continue farming Avenue of Fortune daily, and farming flame ruins for the materials and the orbs. You should be refreshing your stamina 3 times daily before stopping, as the cost of 100 worm mites for 100 stamina isn't worth it, but 40 worm mites for 100 stamina gives especially a free-to-play player a lot of value. As for what you should be doing for characters, I would recommend building your strongest fire character. So assuming it's a 5-star like Mikoto, or the one that I currently have is, or even assuming you have no 5-star characters, the 4-star main character Uden, I would recommend maxing his mana circle up to the 4th mana circle, which would be a total of 40 nods. I wouldn't recommend going over that for a free-to-play player, as using testaments for above that is only needed for a character that you're trying to 100% max. For something you're doing for the raid and to possibly use later, I wouldn't recommend doing it, especially being how testaments are only available for free-to-play players through events such as this raid. So for a resource that's not renewable quickly, I would try to be very conservative as to how I use it. As for worm mites, I haven't noticed if you've seen, but my worm mites are currently low because I went all out on the last event. I went all out on the banner for Halloween Ellen, burning all my worm mites. I had over 15k saved up, and it took everything to get her on the literal last summon. So I would recommend, under no circumstances, summoning more than 3 times on a single banner. For pity rate, building up your pity rate isn't worth it, as I've only gotten nothing but 5-star worm prints for my high pity rate. My pity rate went as high as 7%. As for anything else you should be doing, I would make sure that your castle grounds and your facilities are very high, such as your fire altar. Your fire altar should be worked on whenever your smith dragons are off cooldown, so you should be constantly working on your fire altars and your dojos. I would recommend 4 smith dragons, as that allows you to constantly be working on multiple facilities. So you could be working on the 2 fire altars and the 2 dojos. So work on the dojos for the fire character that you decide to invest in for the raid. As for your weapon crafting, you should work on crafting of, assuming you're above facility 300, craft a 5-star tier 2 weapon. I might personally skipped out on the 4-star elemental dagger. I've already maxed on buying the tier 2 4-star weapon, but I've decided against crafting the 4-star elemental. Current rupees amount is currently low due to my need, or the amount it costs to upgrade your smithy and your castle grounds. I had a mill and it basically took everything, and also crafting the tier 2 5-star weapon for my Halloween Elisan took a chunk out of my rupees. This is why doing Avenue of Fortune daily is important, to be able to craft 5-star weapons since they're so expensive. But assuming you're not there yet, crafting a 4-star elemental would definitely be recommended, as 4-star elementals give a even bigger bonus to matching elemental characters. So let's refresh what we should be doing. We should be focusing on whatever 5-star characters we have currently, even if that means the 4-star MC character Euden is the best one we have. As a free-to-play player, we should be investing in him. If you've managed to be lucky and pull a 5-star fire elemental, I would definitely invest in them too. Mikoto is especially good for the current highest endgame event that we have, High Midgard. And if you're able to craft a 5-star weapon, I would craft a 5-star tier 2 weapon. If you're only able to craft a 4-star weapon, I would craft a 4-star elemental weapon. Farm Avenue of Fortune daily and farm Flame of Ruins daily. Along with doing your dailies, apart from your dailies, all your stamina and your 3 Warmites stamina refreshes should go into Avenue of Fortune and Flame Ruins. If these tips have helped you, be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Thanks.